Chat, here we go. We got Evoh versus Drali in the lower bracket of Next Gen Season 3. Loser is eliminated. Winner gets to move on. Drali taken down by Rawas. Rawas playing insane. And Evoh taken down by the other finalist, Moxie. So both these two taken down by some opponents who are playing very, very well today. Evoh, I believe, has played Drali before. Maybe he hasn't. I'm not sure. But I don't think Evoh's ever gotten the edge on Drali. Maybe they haven't played. Why can I not remember? Have we ever had Evoh versus Drali? Seems like something we would have done, because both of them are very willing to play on my stream. So you would think that we'd have gotten their matchup at some point. Give me ping. It's 90 to 60. 90 for Evoh and 60 for Drali. Will you finish the whole tournament today? Yes, the tournament is finishing today. Next Gen will be finishing today. So if you get an exclamation point Next Gen in the chat, you will see it all the way to the end if you hang out on stream today. So don't leave. No reason to leave when we have banger of games only for the rest of today. Drali diving all the way into the corner to power slide and take possession as Evoh tries to chase him down. Neither one of these guys scoring yet at the start of this series. Drali will be the first on an air dribble. This is going to be a pretty exciting series. I think Drali versus Evoh has a high chance to be very clip heavy. This air dribble starts out pretty tame, I would say, as Drali just gives it a few taps on the way into the net. But if we don't come out of here with one triple flip reset, musty double touch, then we're going to have lost as a bunch of fans. Drali, wow, what a save from Evoh. It seemed like Drali had punished a poor touch from Evoh, but Evoh got back. Absolutely nothing for Evoh. He's going to stay on top of the ball. Ultra aggressive touch to power touch it away when he had absolutely nothing. Drali gets an easy enough tap in a second. Feer, don't know. I saw you, but it's... Yeah, Risk Killer. I see you. I see you. Evoh gets his first. A possession off kickoff. Drali trying to wave dash and get right back to it. But Evoh cuts it around. Yeah, Daniel has officially DQ'd out of the bracket. This is the game he would have played. I don't think he's responded to me, so I assume he's not playing. Evoh, a full field dribble, but a soft touch. Oh my goodness, what a cut! Wow, Evoh making it look like he might take it to the corner. He could not take a dribble out of that one. You can see he just take it all the way to the ground. One touch to the back wall and then back on line. Drali goes flying by. 2-2. Evoh able to challenge Drali despite not winning the kickoff at midfield. And a couple 1-2. But Drali's back up to take it away. Drali trying to play fast, trying to get up to this ball, get a possession going quick, and then reverting it and trying to touch it really soft. But at that point, he had been already going too quick. He could not keep it close to him. So Evoh was able to take it away. 2-2. Evoh able to tap it over Drali, win the race, but he is pushed off the trajectory to the back corner boost. These guys neutralizing once again like they did at the start of the game. Took them a while to get the scoring started. Drali, not a great first touch on a high bouncing ball. You're going to see both these players want to take those for air dribbles every opportunity they can. Drali creating an air dribble of his own off of a chip touch, but starting it too far away from the net, and not a great setup. Both these guys lacking that insane striking ability they have at the start of this game. Drali, nice flick above and a third. He'll musty it in. He kind of needed to. I mean, normally you see players like this doing it for pure style, but the way he jumped up, if he had taken a regular touch, he probably would have put it too hard outside of the net. But a musty was just the right amount of strength. Evoh can't get to this in time. Drali trying to play the fast game is going to work. Doesn't score on the first, but he kind of boxed out this this possession as Evoh has boost and can try and come back, but he has to pull off of it because Drali's going full speed and will just demo him out of the game. I almost think it might have been better for Evoh to sacrifice his car. If he had just driven in front and gotten demoed, I think that would have thrown Drali off a little bit more. Whereas, you know, avoiding the demo is just letting in a free bucket for sure. Evoh tapping this one down off the wall, setting up Drali with a great bounce pass. The air roll shot will get him a fifth. 5-2 with a minute left to go. These guys were locked, tied, what felt like 10 seconds ago. But Drali on a crazy run. Evoh, double jump, bump. I think Drali connected with the ball a little bit. Was able to slightly slow it down, but not enough. Let's watch this again. Did Drali? Yeah, he did get a touch. But Evoh taps him out of the way. 38 seconds. Will Evoh mix up the kickoff late in this game? He did seem like he took a slow kickoff, maybe intentionally. But Drali wins the race to the midfield boost. Evoh does not have much of a choice but to stay aggressive. If he completely leaves, Drali does not even need to take the ball over to his half. That being said, when he does leave, Drali gets very aggressive in the fake. The fake from Drali and the icing of game number one, most likely. Drali gets that flip reset. Evoh is pre-jumping, getting ready for whatever he's going to pull out, but instead he lets it bounce in and it falls behind Evoh. 6-3. Drali looking to take game number one on EU servers. Ooh, nice weight. Too bad. I thought a great hook shot on the side flip from Evoh, but he doesn't connect. Drali will take him out, demo him for the road. We'll head over to USC servers, but Drali will go up 1-0 in this best of 5. Oh my goodness, 8 ping. Evoh playing in the server room. Drali many miles away at 120 ping. Can Evoh use this extreme ping advantage, or will Drali go up 2-0? Best of 5. Best of 5 all the way through next gen. Drali has the higher seed, so he will have at least one extra game played on EU servers. But right now, the ping on the various servers are not exactly even. When Evoh goes over to EU, he's got 90 to Drali 60, whereas here it's 8 to 128, something like that. Yeah, only 120 ping advantage here. But if anybody can do it, it's probably Drali. Drali taking this to the ceiling. A great ceiling reset into a musty. A very impressive shot, but sometimes the most mechanically impressive shots aren't necessarily good ones, as Evoh is going to have no trouble saving that one away. Evoh a chip, and that could be a ping situation. You never know. Not being able to get this read on Evoh coming off the wall. Evoh letting Drali take his back corner boost as he grabs midfield. Trying to hold on to this possession. He is able to dodge the demo. Can he get back up to this one? Faster than Drali. He can, just barely. Evoh, a strong touch out of his own corner. Not likely to be able to follow that one up when you chip shot it off the wall all the way to the net. Evoh, I think, getting a convenient bump there. I don't think he's necessarily looking to grab the boost in the corner and go for the bump, but it just worked out that way as he uses that flip to make sure he gets to that back corner first. Drali, all the boost in the world was not enough to get him back. Drali wave dashes to stay in the play. Doing his best to conserve boost. Evoh just let him grab that back corner and fully reset. He didn't necessarily need to. A musty to the corner gets rid of possession for free with no shot attempt. Drali will go down the whole length of the field and flip reset it in the last moment. Evoh can't get in the way. He is so used to doing this to other people, not having it done to him. Drali, the wall to air dribble. Great flip reset on the kickoff. He's going to go for a wave dash bounce shot. Evoh able to cover it. Drali in defense. Able to do so with 100 boost. Evoh doesn't get much of a shot attempt. Instead, lobs the ball to a free take from Drali. Evoh able to sneak underneath. And the counterattack for a third. The air dribble bump not working so well for Drali. Have to make sure to lob this ball high enough that a player cannot sneak underneath it to get the save. Evoh on the kickoff, straight to the net, and Drali completely caught off guard. Able to hold on to 24 boosts at the kickoff, pick up a couple pads. Was electing to turn in towards Evoh and just left in the dust as Evoh goes up 4-1. Drali a kickoff possession and a wall to air dribble. We've seen this a lot this time. Not able to get a shot attempt out of it. Evoh challenges early enough, and 5-1 lead for Evoh. 100 plus ping is tilting. This is certainly a serious ping disadvantage. Drali, nice fake. A second. These guys trading a bunch of goals in a row off kickoff situations, but as soon as the ball, is able to be stopped and not go in for the first 15 seconds, then they become really stagnant against each other. Can't find ways to score if it's not immediately off a kickoff. Drali with open field. Evoh recovering all the way to the back corner. Drali will place it on the far post. Not a bad play from Drali. I'm surprised he didn't even take a shot earlier with Evoh swinging so far wide of the net. Never stood a chance to get into that one. The last American hero. Fast is also still in. He is waiting for the winner of this game. Drali can't find anything out of this full field air dribble. Evoh's going to play very patient now that he's got his 2-goal lead. Drali, I'm surprised he went up and touched that. I thought all of that was for show. I figured he was jumping up in the air to basically prevent Evoh from turning back, to pretend like he's going to take it and then save his boost and catch it on the ground. But he did end up just taking a touch right into Evoh's car. Drali might have a long shot opportunity. He misses on the first touch, but the double is there. Drali maybe intentionally not trying to shoot on net for this very first touch, although I think he could have found the far corner. But he puts it directly above Evoh. Evoh so awkward in that spot. Can't find a way to get in front of the double touch. Drali within one with 47 seconds left to go. The kickoffs could be rough on this ping. We've talked about it before, though. And in general, we don't see like a huge shift in kickoff wins to the player with better ping. Even though that's exactly what you'd expect. You'd expect the kickoffs to become a real issue for the player with lower ping, but for the most part in practice we've seen it continue the way it always does, regardless of ping. That being said, Evoh has certainly had a better kickoff edge in this game than he did in the one before. 15 seconds left to go. Drali needs a goal. Evoh playing keep away. One last touch will likely do it. Drali cannot catch back up to Evoh, but wait, Might have one less opportunity. No, if he could have demoed Evoh there, he might have had a chance. But Evoh will tie it up with his extreme ping advantage as we head back to EU. Game 3. Drali back with the ping advantage. A 30 ping advantage, though. 60 to 90. Drali is really going to have to perform well when he has his ping advantage, because you might think that those 2 East games that Evoh does get to play will be certainly in his favor. Fast, the guy that either one of these 2 are going to play next, has equally as good a ping on USC servers. I think both Evoh and Fast are from Maryland. Drali, tap above Evoh. No, he doesn't get the backboard touch. That ball was rolling in front of the net. He just needed to be a little bit more patient. He tried to get it too early before it had crossed over. Drali, his air dribble. Evoh takes it away. Drali able to win with his wave dash kickoff. Gets the boost first and turn around and tap it above Evoh. 1-0, or sorry, 1-1. Evoh, he's got a couple different goals this way. Drali doesn't want to leave the ball, but he loses possession off the start. He always just picks up these 2 pads and then tries to turn in immediately and make a challenge instead of heading back to the net. Maybe not that bad of a decision against a guy like Evoh, who is pretty nasty with open field. But at this point, Evoh has been able to chip it over him every time he's done that, so I expect to see a few more retreats to his back corner on those situations where he loses kickoffs. Drali, the wall to air dribble, early flip reset, and the fake. Evoh goes flying by, and Drali can just let it bounce. 2-2. You can't blame Evoh for trying to go early, but he probably needs to go even earlier if he wants to prevent Drali. Evoh killing the kickoff possession. This time, Drali trying to stay in the play works out as he's able to kill it into the corner. Drali, nice flick. Maybe was watching the Moxie series earlier, inspired to go back to the flicks. Both these guys normally trying to chip that stuff into the air. But the flick is alive and well, and Moxie has proven it. Evoh camera check, seeing if Drali was coming to take him away. Drali missing that midfield boost, driving right past it. Drali, nice 50, a good read on the early challenge from Evoh, and all he has to do is single jump to help direct it away. Evoh thought he saw an opportunity to challenge, but just got to that ball a little bit late. I'm sure he was not trying to, hit it basically into his own half, which is where he did by the time he got there. He was trying to be ahead of that ball to 50 it back towards Drali's, but a kickoff goal will get him that one goal back. Drali flipping around into no man's land at midfield. Evoh with possession. Drali not staying on the ball this time. He does head back to the corner. Evoh, a weak shot attempt. Had to try and turn it into something with that single jump afterwards. Evoh not the best of setups for a full field air dribble. You'll know he'll do it. If it's rolling well up the wall, he'll take it, but he had the read that that one was going to come off and be awkward. Evoh, power shot to the back wall. Drali just needs to kill this down to the ground. He did that well, but he got bumped out by Evoh. So likely Evoh will be able to continue his possession. Evoh trying to kill the ball, waiting a little bit too long. We've seen Evoh do this a lot. He likes to do the slow roll at the defender and then drive a good distance off the ball. Usually they get an awkward touch and the counter is easy because of how far off the ball Evoh drove. But this time doesn't work. Drali, too patient, did not panic. See, this is the exact situation he just did right here. This is what Evoh's trying to do. Just roll the ball slowly at the defender and drive away from it. They have to get some kind of touch, that soft single jump touch, and then Evoh can just tap it past him. Tied up 4-4. Is Drali in the East yet? No, he's still EU, still in Morocco. Evoh, speedy play at midfield. Should have the lead here. Drali cannot get up to take this one. Didn't have the boost, it seems. Wave dash kickoff for Drali. Gets him in possession. Evoh thought about trying to bump him, but couldn't do so. Great coverage from Evoh. Drali continue to guess in that air dribble. Ultimately tried to low 50 because Evoh had covered everything else. Drali messing up the single jump, trying to dodge the bump from Evoh on the back wall. And he does so well, but then maybe the ball pushing him down to the ground or just did not expect that awkward single jump. 6-4 Evoh. This would be a huge win here on EU servers. He would just have to close it out on his extreme ping advantage. Drali, the double jump and the Goomba stomp as he lands on top of Evoh in the air. Evoh could not get up to it. 47 seconds, a 1-goal lead. More than enough time for Drali to bring it back. Drali, the delayed kickoff doesn't work. Evoh able to tap it past him, and he can't find the Doomsy angle. Will Evoh play keep away? He's done a decent job of playing keep away earlier. That was on his servers. Can he do it on Drali's? Doesn't look like it. Drali will get a 6th. Evoh rolling it away at Supersonic. Could not get back to it. Tried to bump Drali, and that touch was not strong enough to clear it into the corner. Drali will boom it on net just inside the post. 6-6. 30 seconds left to go. Drali needs to secure all his EU games. As possession late into this one, he lobs this up. Maybe he thought about bumping Evoh, but used his side flip so quick he stayed close to the ground. Drali losing his 50. Evoh with a 7-6 lead. Drali tapping this to the corner, trying to kill it, but ultimately Evoh able to drive and take it away without even jumping off the wall, just chipping it towards net. Because he doesn't have to use a jump, he can quickly recover back down to the ground and get a shot before Drali recovers. 7-6. This ball's going to hit the ground. Evoh's going to go up 2-1 against Drali as we head to game number 4. Another terrible server for Drali. I don't know if he wants to re-roll it or if this is the best he's going to get. 124-10. Evoh trying to finish it off. Drali definitely having to play in a tough situation here. Not exactly perfectly even swaps when we move back and forth between servers. But not something that Drali hasn't been able to do before. In fact, I think last game just barely lost that game number 2. Come on, you got any jokes for us? No, no jokes. Evoh the long shot. Ooh, just off the post and out. Drali, panic recovery. Oh my goodness, he's still okay. Nice tap away. Evoh missing that open net off the crossbar. Drali playing quick in his own half to break up this play, grab a possession. He loses the dribble though. Barely able to stay with the 50. He'll cost his life to steal the boost from Evoh. Evoh instantly killing the ball on the ground. Should have an angle here. Drali, nice recovery. Another even start at the start of these games. Takes these guys a while to get going, but usually once one goal goes in, they're able to string a bunch in a row. Evoh, a feels backflip from Drali, and Evoh gets to tap in a somewhat open net. Drali likely would have been able to affect that shot if he didn't feels backflip it. Also reacted a little bit late. I think even if he had fast jumped out of that situation, he was going to be hoping for just barely being able to save it off the crossbar if he did affect the shot. Walled air dribble for Drali. The fake has worked so well. Evoh is just committed to trying to stop the actual flip. And Drali just gets those read and completely gives up. Brings it to the ground and taps it in for a first. Drali a lob on net. Realizing he can't continue it. Nothing to do there. Super early pre-jump on Evoh's dribble. And a great takeaway. Even able to grab possession and boost. So very heads-up play from Drali, who does not want to see an Evoh dribble. Instead, he'll take a dribble of his own all the way down the field. He has had the better air dribbles today. This time, the fake is read by Evoh. Evoh not pulling the trigger on his save too early. Not when Drali's trajectory is landing so far away from the net. He doesn't really need to do so. Drali an open net and a 2-1 lead. Nice 50 at midfield. And a great air roll setup. A nice barrel roll into the shot. Drali, his wave dash kickoff, doing wonders for him. Gaining him yet another possession. He wants to start it all the way from his back corner. I don't know if he thought he had caught Evoh too deep in his half, but his power shot, while making it over Evoh, doesn't really have a chance of scoring. Drali catching this ball in the air for an air dribble. This time it goes quick. Evoh has the read. I like that mix-up. You'd think it's about time for Evoh to predict, you know, a fake and a kill of the ball like Drali had been doing all series long. So instead, Drali went for a speed touch and tried to rush it in over Evoh, but Evoh able to get the save. He is hard committed to saving the ball high. He will let everything fall underneath him. He just doesn't want to get beat above him. Evoh tying up 2-2. Drali slowing the ball down. Try to get that flick above the close shadow of Evoh, but wasn't able to. Evoh can't get there for the counter. High lob. Drali has absolutely no boost. But patience will pay off for him as he sits in net. Able to pinch it with Evoh away. He's got 100 boost now, and he's looking to challenge the ball instead of turning back on net. He stopped the first shot attempt. Evoh has been missing off the post like crazy. He'll continue to do that when having open space and Drali in a tough spot. Evoh needs to be a little bit more accurate. At the very least, force some tough saves. Yo, Abix Jr. Thank you for the tier 1 sub for 2 months. Much appreciated. Evoh trying to sneak it in far post. Drali able to save it away. 2-2. Drali's tournament life on the line right now with this game, as he has to win one back on USC servers. Drali, the pre-jumps are crazy. He has had these reads every time Evoh goes to the air. He is up almost before Evoh. Evoh, his chip taken away by Drali. The power shot is just offline. I think if Drali could have gotten it inside the post, Evoh might not have been able to get there. 2-2. Drali will clear this one into the corner. He's going to come and dive and stay on top of it. Such a risky challenge. Evoh not around on the right side of the ball, though. Seemed like he went for a final fake. I thought that was going to be a scoring opportunity for Evoh, but ultimately it wasn't. 2-2 overtime in game number 4. Drali with possession. Only a couple boost pads, though, as he's able to launch this one away. He's not going to reset on boost at midfield, at least not on the right side of the field. Instead, the left, according to his kickoff position. Evoh, the double jump bump, and a third. Evoh finishes it off here on USE servers. GG's from both these guys. It was going to be a tough win with a ping advantage Evoh had. And he'll double jump bump Drali and eliminate him. From the Next Gen Season 3, Evoh moves on to face Fast. Another terrible server for Drali. I don't know if he wants to re-roll it or if this is the best he's going to get. 124-10. Evoh trying to finish it off. Drali definitely having to play in a tough situation here. Not exactly perfectly even swaps when we move back and forth between servers. But not something that Drali hasn't been able to do before. In fact, I think last game just barely lost that game number 2. Come on, you got any jokes for us? No jokes. Evoh the long shot. Ooh, just off the post and out. Drali, panic recovery. Oh my goodness, he's still okay. Nice tap away. Evoh missing that open net off the crossbar. Drali playing quick in his own half to break up this play, grab a possession. He loses the dribble though. Barely able to stay with the 50. He'll cost his life to steal the boost from Evoh. Evoh instantly killing the ball on the ground. Should have an angle here. Drali, nice recovery. Another even start at the start of these games. Takes these guys a while to get going, but usually once one goal goes in, they're able to string a bunch in a row. Evoh, a feels backflip from Drali. And Evoh gets to tap in a somewhat open net. Drali likely would have been able to affect that shot if he didn't feels backflip it. Also reacted a little bit late. I think even if he had fast jumped out of that situation, he was going to be hoping for just barely being able to save it off the crossbar if he did affect the shot. Wall to air dribble for Drali. The fake has worked so well. Evoh is just committed to trying to stop the actual flip. And Drali just gets those read and completely gives up. Brings it to the ground and taps it in for a first. Drali a lob on net. Realizing he can't continue it. Nothing to do there. Super early pre-jump on Evoh's dribble. And a great takeaway. Even able to grab possession and boost. So very heads-up play from Drali, who does not want to see an Evoh dribble. Instead, he'll take a dribble of his own all the way down the field. He has had the better air dribbles today. This time, the fake is read by Evoh. Evoh not pulling the trigger on his save too early. Not when Drali's trajectory is landing so far away from the net. He doesn't really need to do so. Drali an open net and a 2-1 lead. Nice 50 at midfield. And a great air roll setup. A nice barrel roll into the shot. Drali, his wave dash kickoff, doing wonders for him. Gaining him yet another possession. He wants to start it all the way from his back corner. I don't know if he thought he had caught Evoh too deep in his half, but his power shot, while making it over Evoh, doesn't really have a chance of scoring. Drali catching this ball in the air for an air dribble. This time he goes quick. Evoh has the read. I like that mix-up. You'd think it's about time for Evoh to predict you know, a fake and a kill of the ball like Drali had been doing all series long. So instead, Drali went for a speed touch and tried to rush it in over Evoh, but Evoh able to get the save. He is hard committed to saving the ball high. He will let everything fall underneath him. He just doesn't want to get beat above him. Evoh tying up 2-2. Drali slowing the ball down. Try to get that flick above the close shadow of Evoh, but wasn't able to. Evoh can't get there for the counter. High lob. Drali has absolutely no boost. But patience will pay off for him as he sits in net. Able to pinch it with Evoh away. He's got 100 boost now, and he's looking to challenge the ball instead of turning back on net. He stopped the first shot attempt. Evoh has been missing off the post like crazy. He'll continue to do that when having open space and Drali in a tough spot. Evoh needs to be a little bit more accurate. At the very least, force some tough saves. Yo, Abix Jr. Thank you for the tier 1 sub for 2 months. Much appreciated. Evoh trying to sneak it in far post. Drali able to save it away. 2-2. Drali's tournament life on the line right now with this game, as he has to win one back on USC servers. Drali, the pre-jumps are crazy. He has had these reads every time Evoh goes to the air. He is up almost before Evoh. Evoh, his chip taken away by Drali. The power shot is just offline. I think if Drali could have gotten it inside the post, Evoh might not have been able to get there. 2-2. Drali will clear this one into the corner. He's going to come and dive and stay on top of it. Such a risky challenge. Evoh not around on the right side of the ball, though. Seemed like he went for a final fake. I thought that was going to be a scoring opportunity for Evoh, but ultimately it wasn't. 2-2 overtime in game number 4. Drali with possession. Only a couple boost pads, though, as he's able to launch this one away. He's not going to reset on boost at midfield, at least not on the right side of the field. Instead, the left, according to his kickoff position. Evoh, the double jump bump, and a third. Evoh finishes it off here on USC servers. GG's from both these guys. It was going to be a tough win with a ping advantage Evoh had, and he'll double jump bump Drali and eliminate him from the next gen. Season 3, Evoh moves on to face Fast.